Welcome. So we are going to now start some yoga asanas that will be very helpful for your meditation practice. We will do three parts. We'll start off with some standing poses. Then we will do some seated poses, and then finally some on our back. So let's begin. First, bring your hands along the side of your body, palms facing forward. You can have your toes touching and your heels slightly apart. And open up the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades back. And then just gently close the eyes. Just taking a moment to get grounded. This is Tadasana, mountain pose. So allowing the body to become still like a mountain. And then the mind follows as well, becoming still. Okay, open your eyes. Inhale, exhale, hands together, a prayer. Inhale the hands down. Hook the thumbs. Open up the chest. Exhale, hands into prayer. Two more. Inhale down. Exhale, back into prayer. Inhale. And exhale. Arms at the side. Inhale, hands all the way back up. Interlace the fingers, release the index. Inhale. Exhale over to the left. Relax the face. It's as if you're coming over, leaning onto a big beach ball. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the right. Maybe closing the eyes, keeping your attention inward. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands back into prayer and release. Good. Okay, so now we're going to take our feet about hip width apart. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Hands into prayer again. Inhale up with the thumbs. And this time we're going to swan dive forward, hinging at the waist. Uttanasana. Forward fold. Releasing all the weight in the head. Bringing your torso onto the top of your thighs. Maybe nodding the head yes and no, making sure you're not holding on to any tension here. Making sure you're continuously breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale halfway up with a nice flat back. Exhale down. Two more like that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and back down. And slowly we're going to reverse swan dive all the way back. Your head is the last thing to come up. Hook the thumbs, arch the back. Exhale, hands into prayer. Good. So now we'll come onto the ground and we'll do some seated asanas. So actually first, let's do what's called cat-cow stretch. So come on to all fours. You want your knees to be directly below your hips, your wrists below your shoulders, and then have a nice level back. So basically drawing in the belly towards your spine, and you're looking down towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, push the ground away from you, tucking the chin in towards the chest, rounding out the back. Inhale, dropping the belly, lowering the chest, looking up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. And release, come back to a nice neutral spine. Now we'll come into a seated position. So this is, actually we'll turn this way. This is Baddha Konasana, known as cobbler's pose or butterfly pose. So you're going to draw your soles to touch, creating this nice little triangular shape. If you can, you take your hands and interlace your fingers, grabbing onto the toes, and we're simply going to start flapping your legs up and down. So this is wonderful for opening up the hips, which is very important if we're going to have long times on the cushion for our meditation practice. Keep the back nice and straight. And as often as you can remember, try to close the eyes. And again, keeping the gaze inward. And then you can make the flaps a little bit bigger. And release. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to come into Paschimottanasana. This is a Western stretch. You're going to bring your heels to touch. Have your toes pointed towards your knees, so keeping the legs nice and active. And drawing the navel in towards the spine with a nice straight back. And then you're going to inhale the arms up. And you're going to hinge at the waist, coming straight forward, trying not to round out at the back. And then just reach as far as you can while keeping a nice straight back. Look forward. As you inhale, think of lengthening out of the waist. As you exhale, see if maybe you can find another inch or half an inch to come forward. Maybe you can grab onto your toes. Taking a few more breaths here. Long, deep inhalations through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And release. Okay, good. So now we're going to come into Matsyendrasana. This is a seated spinal twist. So you're going to keep your left leg extended out, taking your right foot, placing it on the outside of your left knee. And then you're going to take your right hand behind you, acting like a kickstand, right behind your back, keeping the back nice and straight. So I'll give two variations here. So you're going to take your inhale, the left arm all the way up, placing the left elbow on the outside of the right knee and twisting over. You can also take this mudra, taking your thumb and your index finger to touch, coming into Dhyana Mudra, and looking over your right shoulder. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, see if you can go a little deeper into the twist. And release. You can take a little counter twist, twisting over to the opposite side. And the variation is you can take your left leg and you can actually fold it so your left foot is underneath your right buttock. It's not by any means better, but if your body allows you to do it, you can possibly go into the stretch a little bit deeper. So again, your right hand is behind you. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twisting over to the right. Inhale, exhale, and one more. And release, little counter twist. Okay, so now we will do the opposite side. So keep the right leg extended out. Take the left foot, place it on the outside of the right knee. And yogi's choice. So you can keep your right leg extended out, or if you like, you can fold that right foot underneath your left buttock. Taking the left hand behind you, acting as a kickstand. Again, the idea here is to keep the back nice and straight. And then you're going to inhale the right arm up, taking the right elbow and placing it on the outside of that left knee, and then twisting over to the left. So again, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Relaxing the muscles in the face and just continuing to follow the breath. 2 more rounds on your own. And release, and we'll do a little counter twist over to the opposite side. And come back to center. This time you can just shake out the legs a little bit. Sometimes they might tighten up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to come into a wide-legged child's pose. So this is very good for lengthening of the spine. Bringing your toes to touch. Your knees are going to be mat width apart. And you're slowly going to just bring your torso down to the mat, relaxing the forehead onto the ground, and simply lengthening out the spine, having your fingers inching forward towards the top of the mat. This is also very good for activating the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing the body to know that it's safe here. And if you want to make it a little bit more active, pushing the palms into the ground, lifting the forearms off the mat. Activating the shoulder muscles. And release. And we'll do one more before we come to lay down on our backs. This is a variation of boat pose. So you're going to come and lean onto on your tailbone, bringing your knees up, grabbing your peace fingers, taking your peace fingers to grab onto your big toes, and you're going to open up the legs and look forward and breathe. Keeping the muscles in your face nice and relaxed. This is wonderful for building up the core muscles, which again are important for your meditation practice and keeping everything in balance. Stay focused. 3 more rounds of breath. And release. Okay, so this time we're going to come on to our bellies. We're going to come into what's called Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. So you're going to take your fingers, your elbows will be tucked in along the side of your ribs. So your elbows will be pointed up like little grasshopper legs. Fingers are underneath the shoulders. You're going to pull the kneecaps up, drawing the buttocks and the thighs together. Inhale, slowly pushing the ground away from you, raising the chest. Off the ground, pushing your pubic bone into the mat, and look forward. So you want to try to draw those shoulders onto the back, opening up the chest, opening up the heart. And breathe. And exhale back down. This time, we're going to push back into one more child's pose, but this is a different one, a different variation. This one is called closed-legged child's pose. So when we did the wide-legged child's pose, that's really good if you want to open up your hips. Closed-legged is if you have a lot of tension in your lower back or a knot and you want to open up the lower back. So your legs are touching, knees are touching, arms along the side of your body, palms facing up, and again, your forehead rests on the mat. Closed-legged child's pose.
And at the bottom of your next exhalation, you can release. And just slowly making your way onto your back. So we're going to lay down now. And we are going to do some wind relieving poses. So you're going to keep your left leg extended out and keeping it active, gently drawing the left toes towards the knee. You're going to inhale, bringing your right knee towards your right shoulder, interlacing your fingers below the kneecap. So with every exhalation, seeing if you can draw that knee in a little bit closer, going deeper into the stretch. Again, practicing pratyahara, which is withdrawing the senses. So if you're able to close the eyes here as you're in this asana, keeping your attention inside, maintaining a state of meditation as you're doing your asanas. And release. So what we do to one side, we always do the opposite. So this time, keeping the right leg extended out and your right toes pointed towards your right knee, keeping that leg active. Drawing the left knee this time in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers right below the left knee, and then drawing that left knee in towards the chest and over towards the shoulder. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Again, with every exhalation, seeing if you can go a little bit deeper into that stretch, drawing that knee closer towards the shoulder area. One more round of breath. On the bottom of your next exhalation, and you can release. Okay, and finally, we're going to end off doing some double leg raises. This is very good for, again, building strength in the core area of your body, which is very important for your meditation practice to help keep the spine nice and erect over long periods of time. So arms can be along the side, palms facing down. If you have lower back issues, you can take your palms and place them below the buttocks. And your ankles are touching, legs extended out. Inhale up. Exhale slowly down. And exhale right to the point where your heels are just hovering, but not touching the bottom of the mat. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 3 more. Nice and slow. Halfway point, just hold it, hold it, hold it. Come down a little bit more, hold it. And then release to about 1 inch above the mat. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And release. Okay, so now we can come into our Shavasana, known as corpse pose. And so they call it corpse pose because you want your body to become completely still like a corpse, and then allowing the mind to become still like a corpse as well. And before we do that, we can just shake everything out. Maybe shaking the hands, the feet, really, really, really fast. Faster, 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 and then release. And then keeping the arms along your side, palms facing up. Allow your ankles to open up naturally towards the corners of the mat. Eyes are closed, face is relaxed. So with Shavasana, the idea here is again to allowing the body to become very still. which allows the mind to become very still. But it's not a place for us to fall asleep. Ideally, we just remain in awareness, observing anything that arises, watching it come to the surface, and watching it fall away. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Just coming back into the space. Maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest and then just hugging your knees in and release. Rolling over onto your right side. Keep the eyes closed, making a pillow with your right arm. And take a few rounds of breath before coming to a seated position. And then just take your left hand, push yourself back up. And that is our Yoga Asanas for meditation. Namaste.